and a very warm welcome to Moneycontrol. This is Shweta Goswami, and today we have with us the joint MD and CEO of JSW Energy, which just revealed its Q1 results on Friday. Hello, and very warm welcome to Moneycontrol, Mr. Prashant Jain.
Thank you. Thank you, Shweta, for having me.
So let us just straight away dive into the results. Year on year, JSW Energy's net profit and even the revenues have fallen, but EBITDA has increased by almost 18%. How do you see these numbers? Take us through the reasons and factors that drove the fall in revenues and net profit while the increase in EBITDA.
So, Shweta, our EBITDA was actually 18-19% up, but in reality, it is 29-30% up. And actually, 30 crore odd EBITDA could not be consolidated, which has from Mitra asset, because some of the SPVs, the refinancing took little more time. And the pro forma basis, 30 crore rupees of EBITDA has gone into the reserves of those companies. Otherwise, it would have been up by 30 crore. 80 crore is from the hydro and also the Barmer asset. This is the EBITDA which will get recouped in the subsequent quarters during the current financial year, because all these assets are on a two-part tariff PPA basis, where either I have to achieve a design energy or I have to achieve the minimum availability of the plant, which historically always we have been achieving it, and because of which this 110 crore odd is not come to during the quarter, which will be coming up in the subsequent quarters in the current financial year. So that's number one. Number two is when you are looking at the PAT basis, another reason is that 120 crore rupees write back was there last year same quarter, which is impacting this thing. Other than this 110 crore. And third reason is about the lower merchant contribution during the quarter, because April and May, due to the unseasonal rains, the demand really collapsed, and the power demand was flat to negative in the month of April and May. Whereas in the month of June, the power demand rebounded, and it was up by 4.5%. And during the July, in the peak monsoon, we are seeing 5.5% power demand increase. So now the merchant tariffs are also very pretty good. They are 5.5 rupees in the peak monsoon period. So we are quite optimistic for the year as a whole. But all in all, we are very happy with the performance during the last quarter.
You answered my second question, that was on merchant sales and the impact of rains. Sir, this month there have been a lot of rain, and even in June towards the end. Has that impacted positively or negatively on the merchant sales? As you obviously pointed out, but if you could just give us some numbers in terms of merchant sales.
So real impact was in the month of April and May, as compared with that was the peak summer season, and at that point of time the volume increase was used to be highest. But we had a subdued demand in the month of April and May. But in June and July, as compared to what it used to be last year, we are doing a higher merchant volumes and higher merchant contribution. So that's what the situation is. So the real uh, as a year as a whole, I am quite optimistic, because if you look at as a country as a whole, there is a increase in the merchant volume during the whole quarter by 14%, and power tariff was 5.1 rupees, and during the current quarter in the July, the volume as well as the prices are quite robust as compared to the previous year. So the trend is quite positive, but April and May was really subdued.
So then, what about fuel prices, coal prices, and all? Have they kind of eased even more since the time we last spoke in May?
Substantially.
And
Hopefully. So the prices when we were talking in the month of March, it was, if I remember correctly, was around 137, $140. And during the quarter, they averaged out to be 114, $115. And as we are speaking, they are in double digit. So the
oh,
coal
okay, they
prices,
finally come in double digit.
yes.
All right, great. Sir, and related to this, how do you see India's power demand given that we have elections coming up, in 2024?
So power demand for the quarter was only 1% up. As I said that April, May was the total washout, but now the current quarter it is quite good, 5.5%. And I'm expecting that the power demand will be growth will be in the range of between around 5.5 to 6.5% during the whole year.
Okay. Sir, and in Bharat, I believe it is under construction, right?
Yes, that's
Uh,
true.
so beyond in Bharat, does JSW Energy have any plan to add more thermal capacity?
As of now, no, but we are not averse. In case we are seeing any kind of a good opportunity to grow that thermal business, we will look at that point of time. And but at this point of time, we are concentrating more on the renewable assets.
There's nothing in the pipeline also in
There is
terms of
nothing in
thermal.
the pipeline beyond in Bharat.
All right. And sir, if I see the results, your presentation as well, the revenue from thermal and hydro has decreased, whereas from renewable expectedly it is increased. What is the reason for the decrease in revenue from thermal and hydro capacities of your
I
company?
explained you on your first question that because of the poor hydrology, our generation in hydropower plant was lower throughout
Right.
India. All pa-
Yeah.
power plants, hydropower plants operated at a lower PLF because of the less availability of the water. But this will not have any kind of a impact on our EBITDA going forward. But rather, the whatever EBITDA we lost, 80 crore, we will be recouping. In terms of the thermal, there were the two impacts. One was the lower availability in our Barmer power plant, where there was a scheduled maintenance which was going on, but there will the impact of EBITDA will get recouped, and also the lower merchant generation because of the washout in month of April and May. But overall, for the year, we will be doing pretty good.
And so I'll come to renewable energy. What are the acquisition plans after Mitra for JSW Energy, JSW Neo, uh, in terms of RE acquisitions? Any
So
further plans?
So we are continuously engaging for the consolidation opportunities in the market. There are quite a good opportunities we are seeing also, but we always weigh the opportunity as compared to whatever we are doing organically. Also, there are various opportunity organically, and we want to create a balance. Any time we see any great opportunity where the returns are better inorganically, we then go for acquisition. Otherwise, we continue to remain on organic side. So as and when any opportunity is finalized, we will be talking to uh, we will inform to the stock exchange as well as the media.
But sir, and when you say organically, what are the various options in front of the company?
So organically, right now we are building SECI projects as well as the group captive. Going forward, the same opportunities continue. Like group is also looking at the decarbonization, and there are some great opportunities available within JSW Group to do the group captive, and where there is a potential to do close to 6,000 to 7,000 megawatt over a period of next 3 to 5 years for JSW Group only. And then there are the Siki projects which we are looking at it, and then we will be creating a balance between these two.
Does JSW Energy, from what I understand, uh, aim to also get into decarbonization solutions? I know you plan to start with the group itself, but is there any plans as such? Because many RE companies are going for that.
So we are, we have already committed to be a net zero power company by 2050, and our existing thermal business, we are continuously reducing our greenhouse gas emission. We have been declaring that every quarter. So far, from 2020, we have already reduced our carbon emissions by 27%, and we continue to be optimistic about that.
But sir, do you plan to? My question was, do you plan to provide such solutions to, elsewhere? You plan to become a decarbonization solution provider as such?
So we are looking at that opportunity to be in a CNI sector. That is what you are, if you mean by
Yes, yes.
for industrial companies to do that. So we have been looking at that opportunity, and now we will be working on that. But so far, we have not been doing beyond JSW Group, but we are evaluating.
And so, what is your view on this latest notification issued by the ministry, by the government, with regards to carbon credit market? Is JSW Energy looking at it actively? Will there be any role that the company would have?
Absolutely, absolutely, because all these projects, what we are building, will get registered under that segment, and we will be looking at the carbon credit market.
So, any more detail as to how you plan to do it, and what is the way forward?
So basically, this once this market starts trading in India, and because most of our projects are can be registered under that particular segment, and we are already getting the carbon credits at this point of time, which we are trading overseas, and then these are being purchased by the companies which are present in Europe, US, and various other part of the world. And then eventually when India deepens this market, and then Indian companies start buying it, and also the international companies start buying it in Indian market, we will be trading there. So we are already active participant in the international market. As we are speaking, we are having close to 21 million of the carbon credits which we have accumulated, and then we are generating every year quite a bit of carbon credits. And going forward, as our portfolio is increasing, we will be generating more and more carbon credits, which we are uh, very much excited to trade in India.
Right, sir. Sir, and what is the progress of JSW Neo's? I mean, the plan to sell some stake from of JSW Neo. I believe the company was looking at raising around $500 million. Where are we on that?
So I'm not sure about the number what you are talking about and other things, but what we have said is that we are looking for a value unlocking opportunity. We are also seeing very active engagement by the strategic investors, and their keenness to participate in India growth story through JSW Neo. And as and when any kind of opportunity arises, and which we are able to crystallize, we will be informing to the stock exchanges as well as to the shareholders and media. And I cannot comment at this point of time what are the timelines and when we will be able to do that, but in near future, at some point of time, it is going to be a reality.
Sir, if the value was not correct, could you tell the value that the company is looking at unlocking?
So as I said that I don't want to comment on any of the things which are mentioned by you. These will be the mere speculation, and as and when any kind of a opportunity is crystallized, we will inform to everybody.
Right. So last time when we spoke, you talked about green hydrogen project, the 3,800 ton that you're planning to supply to JSW Steel. Uh, what is the progress on that? B, how do you plan to, I mean, the supply, how do you plan to supply this? The transportation, because that's another issue that is now coming up increasingly. If you could just throw some light on that.
So this project will get completed by March 2025, and we have already created our own microgrid where there is from a solar and wind farm. This from a dedicated transmission line, the renewable power is coming, to the JSW Steel premises, where this will be set up. The electrolyzers will be set up, and the green hydrogen, green oxygen will be supplied to them. So there is no transportation
All
involved.
right.
It's a
Okay.
transportation of power, and
Understood.
we expect this project to be completed by March 2025.
Right. And this would be my last question, sir. Give us an update on your energy battery storage projects and pump storage.
So energy battery storage projects is expected to be commissioned by January 25, if I remember correctly, something like that. And no, it will be by October 25. Yeah. So October 25, this project will get completed. And we are in a process of finalizing the contracts and other thing. Engineering is complete. And as regards to the pump storage, we are expecting that this project will go into the construction mode during the current financial year. And then after that, it will be taking 36 months to commission that project.
Right, sir. Solar module manufacturing, what's the update on that? You won the PLI for that as well.
So we have finalized the location. It will be in the state of Rajasthan, and right now engineering and finalization of contracts are going on. That project also will get completed by March 25.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss. That was Mr. Prashant Jain. Thank you and all the best for the next quarter, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.